You should make 2 or more YouTube channels in 2025. Here's why. Hello, it's me. I'm Steven Allen. How are you doing today? So I want to talk about making multiple YouTube channels and managing using multiple YouTube channels. I'm in a different location. I want to switch things up. I have this projector near me, so you might hear the shake wobble with that. And then, yeah, this is kind of bright. But anyway, so I think you should have 2 YouTube channels. And the reason is, if you want to do YouTube and grow with YouTube and do it as a thing, you need to be consistent, meaning you need to stay on task on topics. So if you want to do like cooking videos, you need to stick to making cooking videos. You can't post cooking videos and then post vlogs and then post outfit of the day and then post some gaming videos all on the same channel, because the algorithm is really set up to feature one type of video. Even within cooking, there will be things that will work and then other things that won't really work. So you'll have like maybe your cooking videos about baking desserts. That gets a lot of views. And then the ones about cooking $10 meals, that doesn't get a lot of views. Or maybe like you get views on making chocolate cakes, making anything with chocolate cakes, chocolate cupcakes, chocolate scones, whatever it is. But you'll find whatever will work. You just have to explore within the niche. So I think you should find it. This is if you want to grow on YouTube, make it like a thing, do it as a job. But if you want to just post on YouTube for fun, then, do what you want to do. Like if you really don't care. But if you do want to grow, you need 2 channels. You need to pick a niche and then explore within that niche. So gaming or food related or fashion, or maybe even vlog too, because I think this is a type of vlog. You're just choosing a topic and talking about it, and there's not a lot of editing. You can have a lot of editing with a vlog. But anyway, music creation, but there's so many different things within these niches. And then even when you narrow it down, you can get even more specific, and then you'll see it grow. If you see it grow, you find the thing that works for you. Maybe after a few months, a few years, a year, it stops growing. You can kind of pivot within that same niche. Now, the reason I think you need 2 channels is because you'll get bored with that. Like with what I'm doing right now, I don't want this account to be about YouTube growth. I am going to post that on this type of stuff on a different account within 2 days, I think, the day after tomorrow. And I might continue with it here a little bit. I need to figure out what I'm going to kind of pivot this to. I want it to be like I choose a topic and I talk about it for really 10 minutes, not 20 minutes, but I might do 20 minutes for the rest of this month just to see how that goes. I feel like once you start gaining some traction with the YouTube algorithm, you don't have to post videos that are as long. Allegedly, supposedly, I don't know. I'm just thinking that because people are growing with these longer videos, and I am getting more watch time, and I'm showing up in browse features. So browse features is like if you are on the YouTube homepage and you see a video just pop up in your feed, kind of like the TikTok For You page, that's where you want to be. I'm typically in search, and that's a YouTube search where someone will search a video topic and my video will pop up, or they will Google about it, and either the video will pop up there or a blog post that I made about the video will pop up and they'll watch it from my website. But back to the 2 YouTube channels. You will get bored. You will get like, oh, I don't want to post about this. I'm just same thing over and over and over. But that is what this algorithm with YouTube likes. That's what all of them like. They like kind of like a consistent, for whatever reason, because you would think with TikTok, since it shows your videos to new people every time, it can just see what the video is about and then post it to those people. But YouTube is trying to find people that like your length of video, that like your look, that like your the way you talk. They like your vibe. They like the way you edit, the way, the topics that you're talking about. And with all of that, they're finding more and more people who like that type of video. So you need to post more and more of that. With the second YouTube channel, that's where you can post what you want to post. So if I'm doing this YouTube growth and everything, and I'm like, you know what? I'd like to post a YouTube growth, but I'd like to do it with a camcorder. I have a camcorder sitting there, like an old camcorder, to give it a different look, or put a special effect on it, or do ones that are edited a bit more, or do ones that have like music in the background just to try it out. I could do that on a second channel because I don't want to mess up what's working on this one. Now, for me, I don't know if these videos really are working. I had one video that started to kind of make some moves in the algorithm, but we'll see. It's only been, I think, 14 days. Tomorrow will be the 15th day. I want to still post on this account, but kind of pivot to other topics here and then stay with the YouTube growth on a different account. But yeah, I think it is so important because people are like, oh, you don't want to have two channels. You can't grow. If you're splitting your time, you're going to spread yourself thin. I'm not saying have 12 YouTube channels that have 15 or 20 or 50, but you need at least two. If you want to do this, if you don't care about growing and you just want to post whatever, have the one channel and have fun. But if you want to grow, you need to stick to one thing. And I also think that that's a bad thing too, to have one YouTube channel where you're sticking to just cooking, just baking chocolate chip cookies in every single video, because maybe you post a video about gaming and that gets way more views. And if you still like cooking, I will create a third YouTube channel so that you can post whatever you want on that third one. And then you're still posting the cooking that you want and you're posting the gaming that's taking off. But you need an account to kind of like explore and something that will prevent you from derailing on the account that's working. Because the biggest thing that people do is they will post videos that the algorithm likes, and then they'll stop posting those videos because they're like, oh, I'm tired of doing this. I want to do something else. But you have to keep doing it until it stops working, and then you pivot. You can do like a complete pivot to something else, or you can do like a slight pivot. And I think it's better to do a slight pivot. Now, naming your channels. If your name is Tina Jones, just name your main account, your first account, Tina Jones. It could be about gaming, cooking, fashion, music, whatever. Just name it your name. Then your second account, a nickname. So if people call you Tiny or people call you Tina, just name it that. Keep it simple because you don't know what these accounts will become. You don't want to name it like Tina Gaming because maybe gaming doesn't work. Maybe you get tired of gaming. The only reason I would name it Tina Gaming is if you've already had a YouTube channel where you've been posting, you do it consistently, maybe you have two already, and you know you want to post about gaming. Like me, I have one that's called Prillen Plays. It was at first called iamstevenallen Plays, but then I was like, I don't want like iamstevenallen cooking and all this other stuff. I just use Prillen because that's the name that I attach to the art that I create. And I have prillen.com where you can see all of the stuff that I'm working on. But anyway, you just want to keep it simple. And I wouldn't name it Tina Jones 2 because you don't want to have Tina Jones 2, Tina Jones 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's insane. You don't want that because people are like, oh, but I love Tina Jones 6 videos. That sounds wild, chaotic. So name it like Tina. You can always change the handle later. You can always change the title later. But if you keep it simple, then you can switch up the niche if you need to, if you want to. But have a channel where you are doing something that choose a topic that is something you can talk about every single day, even if you don't post every day. But I think right now you should post every day. I would do the longer videos, at least 10 minutes long, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, a little above 20. I wouldn't do like 30 in an hour The only reason I would do that is if you were cooking and you just let the camera run. And I wouldn't worry about having to talk the whole time. It could literally just be the camera's here. You address the camera every few minutes, every 10 minutes. Well, if it's like a 3-hour long video, every 10 minutes, whatever you want. But people kind of just like feeling like a fly on the wall. And I would just use one camera so you don't have to edit, have all these different angles and flip through it. Because I would do that later. After maybe having 10,000, if you hear my computer, it sounds like a plane is taking off. It's over there. But if you have over 10,000 subscribers, over 50,000 subscribers, then I would look into maybe editing a bit more. But if it's working where you don't need to edit, just continue to do that. I think that is fine and that's good. I wouldn't mess up the flow. But if I were cooking, I would take my camera and I would just have it sitting on a tripod as I'm cooking. And then I want to show a close-up of the pan. I would take it off, show the pan. I would show what I'm cutting on the cutting board, chopping board, what you're mixing in the mixing bowl. Do this instead of having like a camera here, a camera here, a camera there, just so that you don't have to edit anything. And I think that is a really good thing starting off. And then those videos can be super long. But I would not choose a cooking channel unless, or a cooking niche, unless you cook every single day. If you're like, oh, I'll cook every day. You can cook simple things. But if you go out to eat or you pick up fast food every day or often, don't do that because you need to post every single day. Now, if you want your channel to be about fast food, then you can do that. But that means you need to go to get fast food every single day. And that's not really healthy, I don't think. But do you? But it could be about snacking, the snacks that you eat every day. It could be whatever you want, but just choose something that you can talk about every single day that you normally do every day anyway. So if you go on walks every day, if you go on runs every day, with a run, you might need a GoPro so you can have stabilized footage. You can have that with an iPhone, but that might require a little more editing to get it super stable. Because if it's like this, no one wants to see that. I don't think. But, and you're like out of breath talking. But whatever it is that you do every day, cooking, going to work, what I would do if you wanted to get your video in, look at scheduling in your mind, in your calendar, when you can film a video. So if you're a busy mom on the go, you don't want to say like, oh, I'll film at 8 p.m. if that's when you are dealing with your children and you're feeding them and you're putting them to sleep, whatever you do. I don't have children, so I'm not the one putting them to sleep. Whatever you do, like whatever your routine is, I think you should say like, if you get up at 7 a.m. every morning, maybe get up at 6:30 a.m. or 20 minutes early, take a quicker shower or whatever it is, and then film your video, and then wake everyone up and start your day. Or get to your place of work 30 minutes early, film your video in the car, and then, go into work. And then you can upload the video right after from your phone. No editing required. Just cut off the beginning and the end. Keep it raw. But that is something I would do. And if you cook every day, then just, again, have your camera just sitting there. I would get a tripod. I don't think you should invest in, my stomach is growling. I ate. And I had some grapes right before this because I did not want my stomach to growl. I don't know if you can hear that because I don't know if I'm going to use this mic today because I was having some issues with my other lavalier mic. So I switched to a different one. It's the same like type of lavalier. It's actually the same microphone. This is the lav, but a different unit. And maybe it's the actual microphone that's the issue, or was the issue. I don't know. It's like, did I plug it into the right port? So I don't know if I'm going to use this audio or if I'm going to use the audio from the phone, because that's what I used last time because the audio was a mess. And also the little wind screen on my microphone came off and I was using it without it. And I think the clothing was rubbing up against it, against the actual mic itself, but who knows? But anyway, yeah, just have the camera. Am I sweating? And this is blown out. I was going to kind of open the window a little, like the blinds, but I didn't want you to see stuff. Idiot, what idiot. I painted that, and this is a little projector, and this is probably so dusty, but I don't think you can see the dust. Maybe you can. Whatever. We're trying. We're thriving. We are thriving. Normally, I have my phone like this, the other way, so the mic is there. I mean, the camera is there instead of there. So I've been looking here a little bit. But yeah, have your camera just sitting there. If you're doing like a cooking channel or whatever, and then do it that way. Do have 2 accounts. I don't care what other people say. Do 2 accounts. On my main account on YouTube, this one, I was posting, or I might move this video somewhere else later, honestly, so I shouldn't say that. I was thinking I might remove these videos about YouTube growth and post them to the growth channel in the future. I don't know. I might. But I kind of wanted this main account, this for now, whatever this account is on, this video is on. I wanted my main account to be about vlogs and where I can post whatever I want, and then but kind of keep it on one topic for now. And then I can like post it somewhere, like do similar videos if those are working somewhere else, or continue with that vibe here, or my main account. I should refer to it as not where I am, because I don't know where this video will live in the future. But have 2 accounts, because on my main account, I was posting about cameras, and that didn't take off until a year later. And then when I started posting more videos about cameras, it would take it maybe 2 months, and then it would get more views too. But I don't want to post about cameras on this account anymore. And I didn't want to, and I was posting about cameras, and I started posting about other things, and I switched so many times. I was doing vlogs at first, and then I started posting about film photography, and then film cameras. I think movie film cameras like Super 8. I don't know if I ever posted that video, but I made it. And then I was posting about camcorders, and I was posting about apps for cameras. So it's all about cameras, but it changed. It switched. And then I was posting about food videos, food related stuff, reviews, would you rather, all over the place. And that's fine for this one. But if you want to see growth, you need 2 accounts. So you can do the whatever you want on one account and then stick to one thing that is working on the other one. So this one, I really should have stuck to the cameras, if, that's what I wanted to do. But this account, I didn't want it to be about cameras. I wanted it to be about whatever I want to post. So that's why I stopped doing that here. And I'm still trying to figure out where I want those videos to live, future ones, because I don't know if I want to remove the older ones, because they got a lot of views for me. Not like hundreds of thousands of views, but like tens of thousands. So, and I feel like you shouldn't ever remove a video unless you haven't posted a lot of videos on that account and you just want to reformat that account, like make it about something else, only because videos perform months later, years later on YouTube. And if you remove videos, you could be removing a video that could perform well. Also, you're making the algorithm think that you just delete a lot of your videos. I don't know if that's a thing. It is a thing on TikTok. It could be a thing on YouTube too, probably is, but you want to let your videos live and breathe. And you want your videos to be about a specific topic that can be searched, because most likely your videos will perform in search before they take off with browse features, unless you're doing a trend, which right now I'm kind of doing a trend. So All of that is just to say, have at least 2 channels. Now, if you're starting out, don't make 6 accounts and think you're going to post to 6 accounts. You will burn out. You can burn out with 2 accounts, but the one account where you're posting whatever you want, you don't have to be consistent posting every day. But the account where you have a plan, post on that every day. So that is about it. I just wanted to share my thoughts about posting to YouTube and having more than 1 account, because I haven't seen that many people talk about it, and I've searched it, and most people will say like, no, don't have more than 1 account because it's too much. Having 1 account is too much. And then other people will say, I have 12 accounts, I have 15 accounts, and most of them are faceless, and I make $30,000 a month. But I think this is the more realistic approach, and it will help. It will help so much because you'll be like, I am tired of posting about hangers, but hangers might be taking off with you. You might get hundreds of thousands of views by talking about different hangers that you come across. And you're like, I can't, you could be like, I'm not 42. I wasn't born in the 1900s. I'm not 42 years old. But you could be like, you could be like, I'm 42 years old and I'm talking about hangers and that's it. So have a second account where you can talk about whatever you want to talk about. And then if you find 2 channels where you're talking about something specific and it's taking off, make a third. So now I'm not saying you should make 6 or 12 or 15. If you can and it works and you get like some extra help, an editor, producer, whatever, do you. But have at least 2. People say don't do 2, do 2. You need it. And you'll find out very quickly that you think, oh, I love cooking. That's all I do. That's all I want to talk about. But if you find that your cooking videos are only performing if you are talking about sugar cookies, you gonna get tired of sugar cookies. You gonna want to talk about chocolate chip cookies. And I'm not saying you should have a YouTube channel about chocolate chip cookies and another one about sugar cookies. The whole point is that sugar cookies is taking off. You need to continue posting about sugar cookies until that doesn't work anymore. Maybe you transition to chocolate chip later, but while that sugar is taking off, have a separate account where you post about the chocolate chip snickerdoodle if you want to, or about gardening if you want to. So there you go. But that's enough for now. I'm Steven Allen. Hit the subscribe, the follow, the whatever, the buttons and stuff, support, whatever you need to do. I don't know where this video will live because I'm posting this in different places. I will talk about that in a future video. So until next time, I'm Steven Allen. Take a little time to make art and be brilliant. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.